Hey everyone, it's Riley, and today I've got a few different bullet journal ideas that you can use for your themes for April or whatever month you're planning for right now. So every month I post a video like this, and the idea is just to give you guys some accessible bullet journal themes. These aren't intimidating, they won't take hours of your time or fancy supplies or crazy artistic skills that most people don't have. These are pretty basic, and I feel like just about anyone can achieve these themes. So that's the purpose of this video. I just want to give you some options that are not intimidating or scary. They're just really fun and easy to do. And with these options, I do like to kind of vary it. So they all have kind of a different feel to them. You know, they're not all vintage or all bright and colorful. I do like to mix it up a little bit. So hopefully there's something in here for everyone. So basically what we're doing today is just setting up the monthly title page for April. So I'm not going to set up all of the potential monthly pages that you might use because I know everyone's different. For myself, I like to use a calendar and a tasks list and just very practical things that really work for me. But I know lots of people use other things like mood trackers, memory pages, gratitude logs, habit trackers, whatever you want to use. You can just take the designs that we're putting onto these title pages, the fonts that we're using, and you can scatter those around whatever other pages you choose to add to your monthly bullet journal setup as well. And if you would like to see what I actually used for my own April theme and the monthly pages that I use in my journal, I will link my April plan with me right up here so you can check it out. So let's get into the planning. You can grab some markers, a black pen, a white gel pen if you've got one. If you have some washi tape or stamps that you want to add, feel free to grab that too. And let's set up these 3 different title pages. All right, so for the first April theme, I'm going to start over on this page with kind of our pastel-ish theme, and this one is going to be seahorses. So I'm going to start off actually by writing the title, April, and I'm just going to use this Tombow marker and do it in calligraphy. So with my calligraphy, I haven't done a tutorial on here in a long time, but I pretty much just try to keep it nice and bouncy, thin upstrokes, thick downstrokes, and then I'm going to go in and darken up the top half of each letter just by using this same color and going over it a second time. So now that I've got the title in, I'm going to go and add a couple of seahorses, and you guys know me, I like to go in with marker first. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm using a Tombow dual tip brush pen, and I'll just use the thinner end to outline my seahorses and then color them in. So I feel like I'm going to absolutely butcher the explanation of these because it's kind of random, but hopefully you'll see what I mean as I'm doing it. So I'm starting off with kind of like the nose of the seahorse, if you know what I mean, and it's kind of shaped like a trumpet. And then we come down to form the bottom of their head. Directly connected to that, we've got the stomach, which I make pretty round. And then we're going to curl around to make the tail right below the stomach. And then we basically just need to close up the back. So go around the tail. And then I just find it most natural to start this part from the top. I'm just going to make kind of a spiky pattern all along the back. So that explanation was probably brutal, but hopefully you see what I was trying to do. I'm going to do it once more with no explanation, and then we'll color them in. So I often don't outline my drawings, but for this doodle specifically, I do like to outline them. So I'm just going to take a fine liner here and just outline everything that I originally did with the fine tip of my Tombow. Also with my pen here, I'm just going to draw some like closed eyes. You definitely could change those up if you wanted to. And then a bunch of bubbles in clusters of like 2 or 3. Moving on, I'm going to take a white gel pen and just draw some really quick and simple designs on these seahorses. So this one I'm kind of just drawing like some almost like flower petal shapes on the belly here. And then this one I'm gonna just do some wavy lines across. And you can definitely change these up. You can skip the white gel pen altogether or do some more doodling with black, whatever you'd like. And now I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit of washi tape. Of course, this part is optional, and I feel like even this part you can change up a lot. So if you want seahorses all over the page, do that. If you want to make a smaller heading, a calendar, and then some seahorses, go ahead and do that. If you want to have them kind of swimming across the page, there are so many different ways that you can take this theme and just sort of make it your own. So that's the first theme for today, and including all of the talking and stuff, this theme took me about 7 minutes to put together. Moving over to the next page, I'm gonna do a little sloth theme, but like a very, very simple sloth doodle. So I'm gonna start off by taking a light brown for the main color of the sloth. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous for this one because I've only done this theme once and it was such a long time ago. But basically, we want our sloth to be hanging from a branch. So I'm trying to make the back leg over here and the front leg and the head. And like I said, this is a very simple sloth doodle, so does not need to look perfect. Then I'm gonna kind of draw a little bean shape where his face is gonna be. And so that part I do not want to color in with this brown. Everything else you can color in with the brown. And again, if you want to go in with your black pen before you do this, or a pencil before you do this, go ahead. I tend to usually just wing it with marker. All right, so now let's add a little bit more detail to our sloth. I'm gonna take a really, really light color and just color in the face. You certainly could leave that part white if you wanted to. And now I'm just gonna add some strokes to where his hands and feet will be, some sort of like fur on the chest area. And then I'm gonna do 2 blobs coming in where the eyes are going to go. So I feel like the explanation of all these things doesn't make that much sense, but hopefully it's coming together. You're seeing what we're doing. Now I'm just gonna outline everything, but I'm gonna start with the face just to get that part over with. So I'm just gonna use little dots for eyes and some happy little eyebrows. Then we'll do a little nose and then a mouth. So just a very simple face, and the rest I'm just going to outline. All right, so now we've got our sloth. We just need something for him to hang from. So I'm just gonna draw a branch coming in from this side and ending over there. And again, I like to go straight in with marker, so the branch will be wider over here, getting narrower, whoops, and finally coming to a point. And I'm just gonna draw a few sort of twigs coming off of it, and then I'll color that in. All right, so now that the doodle is done, all you gotta do is write in your heading for the month. So this is one where I feel like stamps would look so cute, but instead of using stamps, I'm just gonna do a simple font with my black pen here, just so that you can follow along. So I'm just gonna do pretty basic printing, but I will be adding little serifs to the ends of the letters. So that's all for this theme. Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of washi tape down in the corner. But again, you don't need to do this. You can switch it up if you wanna like cut this into a Dutch door. I think that would be a really neat idea. You can also look up easy sloth doodles on Pinterest. I feel like you could find so many other positions to draw sloths in other than hanging from a tree. And so you could fill your cover page with a bunch of different little sloths, but this is just one of the simple sloth themes that I have done in custom bullet journals before. So this theme, even with all the talking and stuff, took me 6 minutes to put together. So we've got a bit of a sort of pastel feeling theme over here, then more of a muted, earthy colored theme. Now I'm just gonna flip over and do our final theme for today over on this side. And it's gonna be more of like just a bold color theme. And I'm gonna be doodling some donuts and treating it kind of like a faux Dutch door. It's been a little while since I've done a faux Dutch door theme, but you guys seem to really enjoy those. So I'm gonna do it again, and I'm going to start off just by kind of drawing the line where I want my faux Dutch door to be. So I like it to be less than half the page that's actually being taken up by the Dutch door, maybe around a third, between a third and a half. And I'm just gonna mark it off with light gray. You could go straight in with black, or you could use pencil, whatever you prefer. So that's the start for me. And we're actually gonna do a donut theme. So this is one that you could run with in so many different ways. It certainly would not need to be a faux Dutch door like this. That's just something I did in a recent custom bullet journal, and I thought it turned out pretty fun, so I'm gonna do it again today. So to draw the donuts, I'm starting off with a light brown, the brown that you're gonna wanna use for the actual like dough part of the donuts. And I'm gonna make my donuts quite large. Again, I think small ones are really cute too, so you can play around with the size if you want. And I'm just gonna draw sort of sets of 2 rings to make donut shapes, coming in and out of this faux Dutch door here. All right, so it looks like I'll only have room for 3. Now that I've got the donuts outlined, I'm gonna take 2 colors. You could do more, you could do just one, and draw in where I want the icing to be. So to do the icing, I'm gonna start off by kind of mirroring the inner circle, just leaving a little bit of space. And then I wanna draw wavy lines going around the edge. Next, let's take our brown marker and just color in all of these spaces around the icing. Now this part is totally optional, even if you are doing this sort of Dutch door style, but I'm just gonna take a really light marker and color in the whole Dutch door that's not taken up by donut. Now I've got my black fine liner here to outline all of my donuts. Next, I'm going to take a white gel pen and add some sprinkles. So I feel like you can kind of go 2 ways with this. You could either do a bunch of different fun designs on these, kind of like I would do on, you know, jellyfish or hot air balloons or even the seahorses that I drew before. Or you can just draw like lines as sprinkles. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to draw in some lines. But again, if you wanted to take this in a different direction and do a bunch of fun swirly designs, you certainly can. So the final step that I'm going to do on the actual Dutch door part, and this isn't really part of the donuts, it's totally optional, I just kind of thought that it went well with it, is I'm going to add confetti with my 2 key colors. So just doing quick flicks of the markers, kind of scattering them at different angles all over the Dutch door. All right, now let's move on to kind of outside of the Dutch door part. I'm gonna just draw a line along here to separate the donuts from the rest of the page using a thicker fine liner. So this is the size 1 tip. You could also just do this with like the thin side of a Tombow dual tip brush pen, or even just a felt tip marker like a Crayola marker. So I'm just drawing my line there, and then I'm actually going to use this same marker to do the heading, and I'm going to do the heading going sideways. You could alternatively write April going the right way and have like a calendar under it or something, but I'm just going to use a bold all capital font for April. And that is our third and final theme for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me to go through a couple fun ideas to use in your bullet journal in April. Let me know down in the comments which of these was your favorite.